I'm saying now. Welcome guys to a brand new video on Wuthering Waves. Now in today's video I want to go ahead and talk about the most important characters to pull for in 2025. The best character, a priority list, going over all the characters that are truly good. Now I'm going to cut through all the BS, okay? I don't care if a character is your favorite character. I don't care about hurting certain communities. If a character isn't good in the meta sense, I will let you know, okay? Just because you like a certain character does not mean it changes everything with the tier list. At the end of the day though, if you really like a specific character, pull that character and play with that character. Enjoy your time with Wuthering Waves, okay? If you like a specific character, and although I put those characters in low priority or a skip, if you really enjoy using them, playing them, then absolutely amazing for you. However, I am talking about meta, how good they are in game, how good they are in the teams, how much damage or utility they provide, and if they don't do that, don't be upset that they're not in high tier, okay? Again, this is just for the meta heads, to the ones who want to know truly how strong a character is and who is the main focus, okay? So don't get upset. Don't get upset if your favorite character isn't up there, okay? You make your own list, you play with your characters, and we move on. Now let's go ahead and make this video right now. I will be having some timestamps as well so that you guys can see which characters I'm talking about, and you want to know where I place certain characters as well. I will talk about whether or not they need a signature weapon, whether or not they need a specific teammate to be up there, okay? And there is certain characters that I feel like people are going to be upset with where I place them, but I don't care, okay? I'm not going to BS or lie to people about certain characters just because I'm scared of certain communities or certain fans of those characters coming at me saying, wow, actually she can do this and this, that actually it's not that bad without Phoebe, blah blah blah. No, we're not doing that. So let's go ahead and talk about the most important characters to pull for and the best characters in for your account. Now to let you guys know, if I go over to gallery, I literally have almost every single character. The ones I'm missing is Lupa and Phrolova. I skipped Lupa because I don't like Lupa. I don't like her. Oh, I like Brant. Okay, I really love Brant. I hope there's another team that can utilize Brant in. But Lupa, I'm sorry. Your damage, your support DPS who supports mainly. I don't really want that. Phrolova I skipped because she needs her weapon. I know people don't like me saying she needs her weapon, but Phrolova without her weapon becomes a support DPS, kind of like a support DPS, guys. With her weapon, main DPS, she fulfills the role she wants to be, and she does become the best character in Wuthering Waves. Her and her team absolutely smoke. She's very versatile. I just had to skip her because I wasn't going to pull for a weapon because I already knew certain characters I needed to pull for. For example, Augusta. I knew I needed to pull for Augusta, and I knew I also wanted to pull Augusta's weapon. Next up, Galbarina. Spoiler, she might be coming next, and I really want to make sure I fully max that character out. So that's why I skip those characters. Will I be summoning for Luno? Yes, I will summon for Luno so I can get my Augusta to be absolutely insane and cracked. So let's go ahead and start our list. So the best way to do this, guys, is to go over to the tier list maker over here, and let me go over, let me cancel this. Let's go over to here. Sorry, I spoiled it a bit. So let's go ahead and talk about the certain characters, and I'm going to start off with the ones that have the huge, like that would probably cause the huge amount of dislikes, okay? First of all, let's talk about Zani, okay? Zani, I know a lot of people are going to put her in definite pull, okay? Because her damage is insane. Her team is insane. However, let it be known, without her teammate, do not even bother pulling for her. In my opinion, low priority, close to being a skip. She is one of the most restrictive characters that does not work without her best in slot. She works with Spectral Rover, but the amount of mental gymnastics, the amount of gameplay like straining, and the amount of technical stuff you have to do is absolutely crazy. The average wooer player, you know, the most common wooer player will not be able to perform amazingly with Zani without Phoebe, okay? So again, if you have Phoebe, definitely pull for Zani. It's as simple as that. Zani's team is absolutely cracked. Zani is absolutely cracked, okay? But without Phoebe, and you have no intentions of pulling Phoebe, then don't bother with Zani, okay? I honestly feel like this is the character the devs actually messed up in. They absolutely butchered this character. This character was an anniversary character, came out absolutely needing Phoebe, and I know people at that time were so afraid to say that because people would absolutely cook them for saying, well, actually she works with Spectral Rover. Actually, you can technically fulfill the max stack requirement if you actually do this 10 out of 10 gameplay move that the average players can't actually do. But now everyone has calmed down and realized that, yeah, without Phoebe, it's just not as good. Okay, and again, for the average player, Zani will not work properly for you without Phoebe. You will not be seeing that insane amount of damage. You will not be seeing the best rotations without Phoebe. So that's why I've put her in low priority for now. But I've mentioned already, definitely pull with Phoebe. She does not necessarily require her weapon, but her weapon does provide her with an insane boost. Where is Zani? I can't see. There we go. So this is Zani. Look at the tier list on her, the rating for her. But again, it is absolutely important that you have Phoebe. Okay, let's not even kid ourselves. Okay, if I go over to build, this is the weapon boost. If you have Phoebe, the weapon boost is this, so it's not as insane. Without Phoebe, it does become more crazy, but I don't think you necessarily need to pull her weapon. It does provide an insane boost to her damage, but it's not necessary. Okay, so I'm going to, for my sake, okay, low priority, because I can't feel comfortable putting her in definite pull when I know that without Phoebe, she's just not as good. Okay, so we're gonna put her there. Next character that's probably gonna cause me the most amount of dislikes is, where would I be putting Roccia? Guys, I understand that people are going to say Roccia is one of the best teammates for phrolova, and phrolova is absolutely cracked. Well, if you have a weapon. If phrolova has a weapon, she's absolutely cracked. Okay, without a weapon, she's still good. Okay, but cracked with her weapon. So let's remove Genshin before the Wuthering fans come at me. So this is Roccia over here. I am putting her in skip, because in the Phrolova's team, okay, although if I go over to the best team for phrolova, it is showing that Roccia is the most changeable character in that team. She is not locked in with this team. Canterella is locked in with phrolova, hands down. Roccia, the most replaceable in this team, and honestly, where else can she be used? I'm not really sure. Okay, I know people are going to say in Wuthering Waves, that's when she truly becomes absolutely amazing. The issue is, you need to improve on her own personal damage to be really good in Wuthering Waves, so it requires a lot of build. She does not require her weapon. As you can see, the damage increase is not noticeable. But I will say she's just not as insane as the other characters that I would put in a higher rating than her. If I go over to here as well, okay, low priority or skip, okay, you decide. But I personally skip. Okay, skip. Replaceable character, essentially just not performing much, or won't provide much to your account. Okay, and now we are going to move over to Carlotta. Now, straight up definite pull. Definite pull, free to play team, does not require her weapon. Easy character to use, like the most brain dead character to use. Insane amount of nuking potential as well. Absolutely love this character. Hands down, there's nothing much to say. Damage is insane. Easy to use character. Consistently good damage literally every single rotation. And it's just really good to slot her in with another main DPS. Honestly, she works well for that reason. You can use her with quick swapping as well, which is pretty good as well. Next up, we got Camellya. Now, I will say Camellya has kind of dropped down a bit. The Wuthering Waste is getting harder because of the increased inflation in HP, which is a bit annoying, but it is what it is. So honestly, I want to put her a definite pull, but I'm gonna have to put her in medium priority. Actually, no, definite pull. For free to play players, actually, this is one of the best like DPS to go for. I won't say she's the best Havoc DPS right now because we have phrolova, but it is important to know that Camellya works without her weapon. Okay, without a weapon, she's just as good. Phrolova without her weapon is not just as good. Okay, very good, but not to the same level as with her weapon. So if you're a free to play player, Camellya works with any, like, the team for Camellya is completely like 4-star characters and a really easy 5-star character that everyone should really have anyways. So let me go over to Camellya real quickly. There she is. Go over to her team. Really simple and easy team to build. You can use Roccia, but not even bother with that. So you got Sanher over here, can be used with Danjin, Verena, Shorekeeper. It's just a really simple free-to-play team to actually build. Now, even though I've put Camellya in the definite pull section, I will be moving her around So when I put more characters in indefinite pull section, she will be lower down, because I do think her gameplay is a little bit more tricky, since she can be knocked out of her spinning Beyblade move, and it's kind of annoying. And I can't lie, her gameplay is a little bit annoying as well when you get knocked out, and it's not as good as, you know, Carlotta, in the sense of ease of use and just overall betterness. I do think Carlotta is just hands down better, and a lot of the characters that I will put in definite pull will definitely trump Camellya. I do think she's in definite pull, but not the strongest character in here. Okay, so next up we obviously got another character who deserves to be in definite pull, hands down. In my opinion, I will say the best DPS in the game. The issue though is Ciaccona, you know, another character that has another best in slot support character that just makes her rotations so much easier. However, it is not as bad as Zani. Okay, she still works. Okay, she still works. Now her weapon, I do think, is like a 20% increase. Let me go ahead. You know, the easiest way to find these characters actually is to go over to here. So there we go, and we will take a look at her build. 26%, not as insane. I will say though that having Ciaccona, I would say, makes it so much easier to use her, and basically increases her overall damage. Of course it increases her overall damage, but she's such a great character in the game that I would recommend people getting Ciaccona, simply to make this character absolutely amazing. Okay, she's still amazing without Ciaccona, she's still amazing without a weapon, but having Ciaccona, just, this character is just going to be so much fun. Okay, so much fun. Or if you don't want to get Ciaccona, get her to C3. That's it, constellation free or S3, sequence free, whatever. I'm using her currently at sequence 2, and she's hands down one of my favorite characters in the game. Of course, that's probably because I have her at sequence 2, the only character in the entire game that I've actually bothered getting dupes for, even though I have a lot of the coral stuff to get the dupes. I don't care for the other characters. She is honestly my favorite. Maybe there's a little bias in this tier list, but I don't think anyone would disagree with her being in the definite pull section over here. Next up, we got Jinshi. Now, she used to be absolutely crazy. Now, I would like to let you guys know she has not gotten her best in slot support character just yet. Maybe in the future that will happen. But even then, I would say she is at medium priority. She has fallen off a bit, but not bad. Okay, she still clears harder content in my opinion. I still am able to clear content with her. Well, to be honest, most of the 5-star characters, you can, well, if not every 5-star character can clear harder content if they're premium units. But if I go over to the tier list, where did they put her? I think they put her in tier 0.5 with expert 1. I think Pridewind says that expert 1 means if you can actually perform her with the expert level, she goes all the way to tier 0. I do think she is good. I do think her damage is insane. Should you prioritize pulling for her? Not as much as the other characters on top, but again, the damage she provides with the nuking ability is crazy good. She's fallen off a bit, but you can always expect her to clear content for you. She's just not as good in Whimpering Waste, but it is what it is. Wait, with signature she goes down a bit. Well, in Tower of Adversity, I don't think is that much. Actually, no, she doesn't go down anyways. Oh yeah, I was gonna say she does not require her weapon at all. So yeah, you don't need her weapon, guys. She works extremely well. Again, I said no 4-star characters, so ignore the 4 stars. Now, when it comes to Rover, they're not definite pull. I mean, Spectra Rover, there's not really pulling, okay, but they just, you know what, I'm not putting them in anywhere. You already know they're good. So next up we got what's her name, Zeshi. Low priority. It hurts me to put her in low priority because before I used to kiss up to this character. I used to say she's hands down the best support character to go for, blah 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 blah. She only works in 2 teams, and besides that, you don't use her at all. It's as simple as that. She does help one of the best DPS in the game, Carlotta, but there's also another character you can technically use that helps. Actually, not bad. Actually, I can't put her in low priority. I put her in not bad. And then people are going to cook me for putting Zani in low priority, and then there's Zeshi on top. But I can't put her lower than this because I know she works with 2 amazing teams. One team with Jinshi, one team with Carlotta. Does not require a weapon, does not require that heavy amount of investment. She is easy to use as well. Nothing bad, but again, not your main priority. I wouldn't say it's either not bad priority or low priority in my opinion. The issue is if I put her there, then I might have to put Zani in here. If you don't have her, no, like honestly, I would not recommend Zani without Phoebe. And with Zeshi, don't pull Zeshi if you don't have Carlotta or Jinshi. Even then, if you have Jinshi, don't pull Carlotta. Actually, I will put her in low priority. I will put, just because there's another character that I will put in not bad priority over Zeshi, even though she doesn't perform as good. It's just that that other character has one more team that is absolutely crazy right now. And let's go ahead and talk about that character right now. And that character is Canterella. I'm putting her in not bad priority, close to medium priority as well, simply because she helps one of the more amazing teams in the game currently, which is with phrolova over here. The issue is, again, if you don't have phrolova with a weapon, is that team going to be performing as well as the other DPSs we have in the game? Should you pull the support character when you could pull ciaccona and get ciaccona with cartethyia? I don't know, but I definitely would put her in not bad priority, simply because the team that Zeshi works in, she works well in. Okay, she can be used with Jinshi, close to the same level as Zeshi, or maybe even more. She can be used with Carlotta as well, and now she can be used with another character that is absolutely crazy in the game, phrolova as well. So honestly, it just explains why she needs to be up here. I think her weapon actually provides a huge boost to her, but I don't really think you need to pull her weapon since she's a support character. Oh no, not really a huge boost. Actually, ignore that. You don't need a weapon. Forget her. Okay, that is Canterella. That's all I have to say about her. Next up, we have Brant. I really wanted to put him in definite pull. I really do. His damage is insane. However, I will say this. To make this character an amazing DPS character, or actually do good amount of damage, his weapon is going to be required. However, I wouldn't say you necessarily need his weapon, simply because he provides so many other supportive capability in his kit and decent damage that it doesn't necessarily matter as much. However, if you really want this character dealing an insane amount of damage, then his weapon is going to be extremely good. If you have his weapon, guys, definite pull. Like, if you have his weapon, definitely pull. The issue I have, though, is the current fire team is just not that crazy. Okay, it is not that crazy. If I'm comparing the current fire team with the other main strong DPS right now, it is not as insane. It is not as insane. I feel like they kind of fell off. Like, the fire team before was like, when it came out, definite pull. But right now, with the Wuthering Waste and the release of another certain character, okay, they're not just as crazy as those units. Okay, so I'm gonna have to put him in medium priority. Again, I do think if I was to tell someone who's getting Brant, I would say get his weapon. But you need to know that if you're going to get Brant, you more than likely want to also get his other characters, the lupa, changli. Actually, no, don't get changli. Changli is probably going to be the replaceable character in this current team with him. I can't lie. Like, changli is just not as crazy as many people say, except if you're quick swapping, then she is crazy. But not everyone is quick swapping, so ignore that. So in terms of Brant, shield, healing, great damage with his weapon. I really want to put him in definite pull. Like, you can use him and Carlotta, guys. It works. Oh, by the way, yeah, let's sort this out properly. Even then, he would be here. Like, again, I do think, oh, this is tough. I'm putting him in definite pull. I'm putting him in definite pull because I really do think this character is a good character. Like, with his weapon, though, he really is good. Like, look at this. With his weapon, guys, that's the issue. That's the issue. With his weapon, he's really, really strong with that damage he provides. I would leave him up there because with weapon, okay? Like I said, I put her lower there because, like, it's much more difficult to get a second character for Zani. It's more expensive as well compared to putting for a weapon for this character. So that's why he goes up there. I will put him up in definite pull. But again, I wouldn't say, again, main priority. Maybe even here. I don't know. Interchangeable. I will probably think about this when I've got the full list out. Now, ciaccona. Ciaccona is only good for one team. Okay, let's not kid ourselves. She's only good for one team, and that's with cartethyia. And because of that, I'm putting her in medium priority, literally because of that. But for any other character, I would For any other units, I'll put them in like low priority, because she only facilitates one team, and then after that, no more use. But because the team she facilitates, or the team she helps out in, is truly insane, sorry about the vibration, I really have to put her in medium priority. But let it be known, only really good for one team. And because you want to get your cartethyia dealing insane amount of damage, being as crazy as she could, I would recommend ciaccona, only because of that. But if you don't have cartethyia, no point in pulling this character. So I feel like it's a bit weird that I'm putting Zani in here as well. With like, I put her in here simply because if you don't have Phoebe, then there's no point in pulling Zani in. With ciaccona, if you don't have cartethyia, there's no point in pulling ciaccona. But because that team, I don't know, it's really tough, you know. I feel like, okay, you know what, for that reason, I'll put Zani up here. Because I can't do Zani dirty and put ciaccona here as well, when it's technically similar stuff. I'll leave it like this. But she'll be lower down, because again, I really do think without Phoebe, don't summon for her. And again, without ciaccona, without cartethyia, don't summon for ciaccona. I'm sorry. Yeah, where did they put ciaccona? I don't know if they're the glazing. Really? Really? Like tier 0? Let's not kid ourselves. She's not tier 0. I mean tier 0 because she facilitates. Where's Zeshi then? Where did they put Zeshi? Oh, they put Zeshi in tier 0. Oh, it makes sense why they put ciaccona there. Yeah, okay, whatever, we leave it like that. Shorekeeper, we already know. I'll put her 3rd place right now. Shorekeeper facilitates so many different teams. Best support character in the game, simply because she can be used in multiple different teams. Even though she might not be the best in slot for some of these teams, she is still, like, hands down, put Shorekeeper in. Easy answer. Just that's all I have to say. Healing, decent damage when you do her enhanced intro. There's nothing much to say. Okay, we'll move on. Okay, that's literally it. 30-second talk about Shorekeeper. I don't think anyone would disagree with her being here. Next up, we got Phoebe. Phoebe, a definite pull. Okay, multiple different teams she can be used. Can be used as a support character. Can be used as a DPS character that works with Spectral Frazzle, Spectral Rover. Come on, guys. Literally nothing much to say. Great ranged attacker as well. Like, hands down here. Like, does she need a weapon? No, she does not need a weapon. Okay, look at this. She does not need a weapon, guys. Okay, so she definitely deserves to be up here as well. Multiple different teams she can use. Can become a main DPS. Okay, does not need Zani. Does not need any other character to work besides Shorekeeper. And that's so easy, because everyone should have Shorekeeper. Okay, hands down, greatest character, one of the greatest characters to summon for as well. Can be used multiple places as well. Okay, again, I can't talk much. Is there anything else worth noting about her? Well, I already mentioned the fact that you can use her as a main DPS and as a support character as well. So yeah, now we're going to go with Changli. I will say low priority. Okay, for the average Wuwa player, you won't be able to use Changli properly, okay? Unless you're using her with the fire team, then yes, you will be able to use her. So in that sense, there may be not bad priority, okay? But if you're not doing quick swapping, you don't have the fire team, don't bother, okay? Don't bother with this character. And she will probably be the replaceable character in the fire team, okay? In the fusion team. So honestly, low priority. Yeah, that's what I have to say. Her damage is okay. Supportive capability is okay. She's just a pretty average character, guys. Where did they put her in Pridewin? Like, come on, let's not lie to ourselves. Where is she? She's here? Really? Nah. Like, listen, the average ruler player can't use her, okay? Unless you're quick swapping or using a fire team. No point in getting her. I don't use this character in my account, like, at all, okay? She is sitting there doing absolutely nothing. Please, let's not kid ourselves. Anyways, we move on to lupa. If you want to use the fire team, she probably will be a main staple for fire team since she buffs fire team. I will put her in medium priority. We need to wait and see for fusion teams as well to see if she works well with. The next test for this character will be Galbarina. When Galbarina comes out, she's more than likely going to be a fusion character. If Galbarina works with Lupa, then Lupa might go up to definite pull. If Galbarina is actually insanely crazy as well. But for now, I'm putting her in medium pull because her and Brant works well. She doesn't do great damage though. She's not a DPS character. She's a support character. Her support capability is really good as well. Definitely better than Zani. I'm gonna put. Oh wait. Yeah, I'm gonna put her like this as well because ciaccona again only useful for cartethyia. She can be used for future fusion team possibly based on what the kit is saying. So I'm guessing the priority, I think this is all right. Yeah, okay, this is fine for now. Next up, we got Phrolova. With her weapon, easy, definite pull, and she would probably land herself around like here or here. Yeah, with her weapon, around here or here. Okay. However, without her weapon, she goes down to here, and she probably goes all the way to here. Okay, that's it. Without a weapon, I do think she drops down a tier. The main reason why she's a medium priority is because she can be used in multiple different teams, like crazy amount of team that she can be used in. But if you have a weapon, I believe she's like top 5 in the game, like top 5 in the game. But without that weapon, then I'm putting her medium priority. Now, most people would like to say she also kind of requires canterella. I wouldn't say as much as Zani requires Phoebe, but kind of helps, guys. Let's not pretend, okay? She kind of does make Phrolova even more crazy. So I will put Phrolova in medium priority for now. But let it be known, for Whimpering Waste, she is the hands down best character, okay? I will say for Whimpering Waste, damn, she is good. Damn. Okay, where else? Where's the other 5-star characters? Oh, standard characters. Yeah, we put in here. Oh wait, Verena, of course, definite pull for Verena. Where's all the other standard? Yeah, forget you. Where are the other standard banner characters? I am not seeing them. But anyways, that's how it goes for now. No, I don't have to really talk about Kalchara. You already know, weak. Ling Yang or whatever his name is, weak as hell. Verena, of course, goes up to definite pull, and I will put her in here. Just as good as Shorekeeper, pretty much. That's what I have to say. We move on. Again, I don't want to take too long. This video has been going on for too long. Now the next ones I'm gonna talk about are going to absolutely cook this video. 1.1 characters or 1.0 characters. Jiyan, low priority. I'm sorry, I actually want to call him outdated character now. All he does is damage, and even then, better characters do better damage than him. Whimpering Waste, again, with the increase in HP, he's just not cutting it as much as before. Okay, that HP increase definitely has hurt him a bit. Low priority. I know people still like to put him in medium priority. Let's not kid ourselves. This guy's a 1.0 character. He has definitely fallen off. If I'm saying Jinshi has fallen off, she used to be here, she goes down here, and he was here, he's going down to either not by priority or low priority. Even then, low priority. Actually, no, low priority is easy as that. He's definitely a low priority, okay? Let's not kid ourselves. The same thing with Yinlin, actually. They both fell off, okay? Not as bad as Yinlin, though. He can still be used. He does do good damage, but not as good as the other characters in here. Like, if you guys are gonna be upset that I put him here, but literally compare him to everyone else, okay? No way is it beating Changli when Changli can be used in this fire team that is absolutely crazy. Okay, best fire team in the game. Quick swapping as well. He offers what? What does he offer? Small crowd control. I say small, but the range is small of the crowd control. And then again with the Whimpering Waste HP increase, damage is not cutting it as much, okay? Yinlin, garbage tier. Sorry, not garbage, but she's honestly just not used at all. It's unfortunate. So she goes here as well. And then for some reason I've forgotten Augusta, but obviously you already know where she goes. I want to put her here. And is this correct ranking? Sorry about that, guys. I don't know. She's a top tier, top 3 DPS. However, with the whimpering waist, it turns out it's not a bug that she can't. The next wave or the next wave doesn't pop off when you use her second skill. So timing is extremely second ultimate. Sorry, timing is extremely important with this character now in whimpering waist. If they do decide not to fix that, okay. Timing is going to be extremely important. You need to know which wave you are in, which current phase you are in, because if you use your ult and you've killed everyone and no waves are spawning, you've just wasted your ult, okay? Her damage is crazy good. She does not require her weapon. She does not require her best in slot team. So for that reason, actually, she has to be high. She has to be high for that reason. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at this right now. 1, 2, 3. Where's the other insane DPS? There has to be one more that I'm missing. Oh, yeah, Zani, but I've put her lower because of the issue with without spectral frazzle from Phoebe. So I think this is it. I think this is a list I'm happy with, actually. Yeah, I think I'm happy with this list. Again, some things will change if you have certain teams. Okay, if you have her best in slot team, it will go like this. If you have a best in slot, so it will go like this, actually. Best in slot, let me fix it for you. This is if you have a weapon, if you have everyone's weapon, if you have everyone's best in slot teams, this is how it's going to look like, okay? Like this. Wait, no, you go down a bit. You go down a bit. Yep, okay, that's fine. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, depends. Depends. Yep, everything going for each other. Yeah, I really want to put you slightly higher, but I'll leave you like this. Yeah, I'll leave you like this as well. If everyone had everything going for them, ciaccona, you really don't do anything besides help with cartethyia. Who else? I think that's pretty much it, honestly. Yeah, if this is now the tier list. If they had the weapons, the teams, this is where it would go. Let me know whether or not you disagree or agree. Let's just quickly put this all back to normal. There we go. Maybe even here. Maybe even here like this. Yeah, I think this is how it would go. Like this. Like this. Okay, I'm happy with this. Zeshi might have to come down a bit. Nah, I don't like this 1.0 or 1.1 characters. They just don't perform as good compared to the other characters in here. So yeah, this is it. I feel like I need to put more characters in not bad priority. But yeah, I think I'm happy with this. I think I kind of did Roccia a little bit dirty. If I was to put her maybe here, but she would be like here. Maybe I'll put Changli in here. Yeah, maybe this would be fine as well. So it's interchangeable for certain characters. So let me know whether or not you agree or disagree. Again, I am here to not care about your feelings, whether you like a specific character or not. It doesn't change my position on them. It depends on how good they are in game, complete meta, and that's what that matters. Yeah, it's been your boy AC Gamer. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'm out.